Good morning, friends. We resume our reading of the book of Job this morning. Thank you for joining us as we do so. Please do take a moment to post a greeting, share a comment to let us know that you're here with us. I encourage you to hit that like button on this video as well. If you've not done so yet, subscribe to the channel. Well, friends, let's start as we always do with these reading videos. The big picture. Here it is for the book of Job. So we are in chapter 18. We'll be resuming at verse 15 of chapter 18. Chapter 18. So we are in this by far biggest section of Job, chapters 3 through 37. Job and the friends, and there's this back and forth dialogue in chapters 3 through 28. And that is where we are in the midst of this back and forth and back and forth. And by the way, random thought, you may have noticed down here it says this is created by the Bible Project. This is a great online website, the Bible Project, that has all sorts of really good content like this about, well, the Bible. There's a lot of really good stuff here. So let's zoom in. Chapters 3 through 28. Job and the friends going back and forth again. Oh, with friends like this. Mm-mm-mm. So, friends, reading windows. Let's pull those up here. The left-hand column is a Jewish Bible. The right-hand column is a Christian Bible. Specifically, in both cases, we're the complete Jewish Bible and the New Revised Standard Version Updated Edition. No, I don't need the calculator. I need this, the timer. Okay. I will be reading from the left-hand column, the complete Jewish Bible. From time to time, I may make reference to the right-hand column, primarily for those moments when Jewish biblical language and Christian biblical language don't always match up. Chapter 18. Did I say verse 15? I did. Verse 15 of chapter 18. So let's scroll down and get to verse 15. There it is. Let's read, friends. What isn't his at all will live. All right. Let's start back here. Let me explain this because I didn't. So Bildad the Suchi, the Shuhite, Bildad the Shuhite is the one who is talking here, who is responding here. Okay. So this is Bildad responding, speaking to Job. Good morning, Linda. What isn't his at all will live in his tent. Sulfur will be scattered on his home. His roots beneath him will dry up. Above him, his branch will wither. Memory of him will fade from the land. Well abroad, his name will be unknown. He will be pushed from light into darkness and driven out of the world. Without son or grandson among his people, no one will remain in his dwelling. Those who come after will be appalled at his fate, just as those there before were struck with horror. This is how things are in the homes of the wicked, and this is the place of those who don't know God. Chapter 19, Job again. Then Yoph, remember that's Job, Yoph answered, "How long will you go on making me angry, crushing me with words? You've insulted me 10 times already. Aren't you ashamed to treat me so badly? Even if it's true that I made a mistake, my error stays with me. You may take a superior attitude toward me and cite my disgrace as proof against me. But know that it's God who put me in the wrong and closed his net around me. If I cry violence, no one hears me. If I cry aloud, but there is no justice. He has fenced off my way so that I can't pass. He has covered my paths with darkness. He has stripped me of my glory and removed the crown from my head. He tears every part of me down. I am gone. He uproots my hope like a tree, inflamed with anger against me. He counts me as one of his foes. His troops advance together. They make their way against me and encamp around my tent. He has made my brothers keep their distance. Those who know me are wholly estranged from me. My kinsfolk have failed me, and my close friends have forgotten me. Those living in my house consider me a stranger. My slave girls, too, in their view, I'm a foreigner. I call my servant, and he doesn't answer, even if I beg him for a favor. My wife can't stand my breath. I am loathsome to my own family. Even young children despise me. If I stand up, they start jeering at me. All my intimate friends abhor me, and those I loved have turned against me. My bones stick to my skin and flesh. I have escaped by the skin of my teeth. Pity me, friends of mine, pity me, for the hand of God has struck me. Must you pursue me as God does, never satisfied with my flesh? Here, by the way, is why it's so important to read scripture like this. Context. Context. How often do we take a passage out of context? as we continue with verse 23. Think about when you most often hear these words. Verses 23 through 27. Let's make this really easy. When do you hear those words? What what kind of setting are these words used in? And is there any mention of the other words around them? Or is it just like they're lifted up and out and nothing else is relevant around them? Think about that for a moment. And actually, it's not even that last line of verse 27 isn't even often included. It's a funeral reading. I wish my words were written down, that they were inscribed in a scroll, that engraved with iron and filled with lead they were cut into rock forever. Oh, that my words were written down. Oh, that they were inscribed in a book. Oh, that with an iron pen and with lead they were engraved on a rock forever. But I know that my Redeemer lives, that in the end he will rise on the dust, so that after my skin has been thus destroyed, then even without my flesh, I shall see God. For I know that my vindicator lives, and that in the end he will stand upon the earth, and after my skin has been destroyed, then in my flesh I shall see God. I will see him for myself. My eyes, and not someone else's, will behold him. Whom I shall see on my side. And my eyes shall behold him and not another. That's where the funeral reading ends. My heart faints within me. No, that's not mentioned in the funeral reading. That's cut off. It's interesting to see this in the context of Job's response, isn't it? My heart grows weak inside me. If you say, how will we persecute him? The root of the matter is found in me. You had best fear the sword, for anger brings the punishment of the sword, so that you will know there is judgment. And then there's this change in voice again. Job is now silent, and Zophar the Naamathite replied, my thoughts are pressing me to answer. I feel such an urge to speak. I have heard reproof that outrages me, but a spirit past my understanding gives me a reply. Don't you know that ever since time began, ever since humans were placed on earth, that the triumph of the wicked is always short-lived, and the joy of the ungodly is gone in a moment? His pride may mount to the heavens, his head may touch the clouds, but he will vanish completely like his own dung. Those who used to see him will ask, where is he? Like a dream he flies off and is not found again. Like a vision in the night he is chased away. The eye which once saw him will see him no more. His place will not behold him again. His children will have to pay back the poor. His hands will restore their wealth. His bones may be filled with the vigor of his youth, but it will join him lying in the dust. Wickedness may taste sweet in his mouth. He may savor it and roll it around on his tongue. He may linger over it and not let it go, but keep it there in his mouth. Yet in his stomach his food goes bad. It works inside him like snake venom. The wealth he swallows, he vomits back up. God makes him disgorge it. He sucks the poison of asps. The viper's fangs will kill him. He will not enjoy the rivers, the streams flowing with honey and cream. He will have to give back what he toiled for. He won't get to swallow it down to the degree that he acquired wealth. He won't get to enjoy it. Let's finish this. I know it's a little longer, but it's kind of weird picking up in the midst of the speech of one of these friends, or Job. For he crushed and abandoned the poor, seizing houses he did not build, because his appetite would not let him rest. In his greed he let nothing escape. Nothing is left that he did not devour. Therefore his well-being will not last. With all needs satisfied, he will be in distress. The full force of misery will come over him. This is what will fill his belly. God will lay on him all his burning anger and make it rain over him into his insides. If he flees from the weapon of iron, the bow of bronze will pierce him through. He pulls the arrow out of his back, the shining tip comes out from his innards. Terrors come upon him. Total darkness is laid up for his treasures. A fire fanned by no one will consume him, and calamity awaits what is left in his tent. The heavens will reveal his guilt, and the earth will rise up against him. The income of his household will be carried off. His goods will flow away on the day of his wrath. This is God's reward for the wicked, the heritage God decrees for him. That, friends, is where we will pause and pick up next time at the opening of chapter 21. Peace be with you, friends, now and always.